Chris Kise is an attorney representing Donald Trump, and he joins me now. All right, Chris, what's going on down there with these documents?
Well, Jesse, I think what you're seeing is across the board, these cases are starting, as you say, to crumble a bit. Rightly so, because they're rife with misconduct. They're rife with problematic conduct by the prosecution. You have the documents case where now there's allegations that the evidence, the boxes, this is a boxes case, and the evidence has been mishandled. There's no question. I was involved in the original proceeding challenging the search warrant, and there's no question that those photographs were staged. And so now there's questions regarding the status of the evidence in the critical evidence in the case. In the Georgia case, you have an appellate court that's now agreed to review what is, I think, to most Americans, obvious prosecutorial misconduct. So I think that case is falling by the wayside. And now this afternoon, there are allegations of report that Justice Engoron, in the civil case that we tried last fall, that he's under investigation, under an ethics investigation because of inappropriate contact, what's called ex parte communications. And so you wonder at some point, how much can the American legal system withstand? How much further are the Democrats willing to push the envelope to strain the legal system in order to bend it to their will, in order to try and prevent Donald Trump from getting into the White House? Right. What really should have happened is what happened with Grover Cleveland. We should let the voters decide. That's why there's an election. And Donald Trump, if they let the voters decide, I think that's what President Biden is worried about.
He's terrified of it, and that's why he's going so crazy. So Judge Nudy's in trouble. He's under investigation. And what about Fani? Fani's now about to be disqueued by the Georgia Court of Appeals?
It looks like it. I mean, certainly it's a welcome sign for those who are in favor of justice in America. It's a welcome sign that the appellate court is willing to undertake this investigation. That's certainly going to stall any trial. I think it's a welcome sign in the civil case that you've got Justice Engoron under some sort of investigation, apparently. This has been a judge that has been left basically unsupervised by the New York State court system for the past 2 years or more. And certainly we need a thorough investigation, just like is apparently going to happen in Georgia. And we need a thorough investigation. The judge should be recused in the civil case, and it calls into question the integrity of the entire process.
Sure does. Yeah, Judge Nudy definitely needs more supervision. Everybody can agree upon that. Chris Kise, thank you so much. And I didn't go to law school, but
thank you, Jesse.
I know you're not allowed to take evidence, spread it all around, and then bring stuff from outside and slap it on top of it and take photos. That I know is not allowed. Thank you so much.
That's generally not the best practice.
Generally not
the best practice.
Yeah, it's frowned upon in the legal sense. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.